It is the second game in Week 7 of the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League Dungeonbowl. It's Shambling Shitstorm at the #1 Orclund Raiderz. Can the Shambling Shitstorm be the one team to come out ahead of this undefeated Orclund Raiderz team? We'll find out tonight. Tonight is a replay match, so we will not be looking at their benches, at least not on the screen, so that we don't spoil the results of the match for ourselves. And as a replay match, it'll be pretty quick tonight. It'll be should be just about an hour or so. SB Beaver says, let's go Orclund, at least that way I can be tied for last. SB Beaver, of course, the coach of the Whiny Beavers, defeated by Agile Solutions earlier in the week. So what can Malik and Shambling Shitstorm do against this seemingly unstoppable Orcish team tonight? Well, I think if Malik wants to come out on top, he's going to have to use every advantage he has as an undead team. The undead team has a number of advantages at their disposal. They, of course, have those really important, those key players, the mummies. The mummies, they don't have agility or movement to speak of, but they have a massive strength of 5, and of course they're terribly resilient. They are basically big guys. They're big guys' strength without the side effects. He doesn't have to worry about a loner roll. He doesn't have to worry about a really stupid roll. Those mummies can go out and just put some hurt on. How he wants to use them tonight, I think, is going to play a key factor in whether or not he wins. He can use those mummies to just start beating up players on the pitch and just try to get a player advantage. He could use those mummies on offense to put them in the front of the cage and just start mowing down people as he marches down the pitch. He's got options, but conversely, because the mummies don't have high agility, because the mummies don't have high movement, Wenger tonight might be okay with just trading a lineman for a mummy. That is, marking a mummy with a lineman, and then just letting the lineman get hit. He might be all right with that. It might be a good trade. Both teams are very resilient. If he can get a mummy out of the game, in other words, if he can get him out of the drive, if he's too far away from the ball, that might be a great trade for Wenger. So how Malik wants to use the mummies and how he wants to react to Wenger's tactics, I think, are going to play a key role tonight. As well, those ghouls, I think, are going to have to be played to good effect if Malik wants to come out on top. The ghouls can be used to run around the Orcish line. They can be used to break free, go deep. They can be used to mark players that maybe escape where the Shambling Shitstorm's defense is. SB Beaver says, this is Shambling's last game with this team. He needs to just try to inflict damage at any cost. It is his last game. This is the final open tournament of the season. Shambling Shitstorm, of course, has been eliminated. Excellent showing by Malik, both with Shambling Shitstorm and with his earlier Orcish team. Man, we said it before, but I gotta say it again. These new coaches have just really been acclimating to their teams very quickly. Malik, you can just watch just the leaps and bounds how they've improved game after game. Hoggles, the coach of Agile Solutions, defeated the Whiny Beavers this week. The Whiny Beavers are the Chaos Cup champions. The Whiny Beavers are the Spike Magazine Trophy runners-up. It's really been amazing to watch, and I'm very happy that they've been in this league. Very happy to play against them. Very happy to watch their games, and it's just been an amazing ride. Which is why you should not count out Shambling Shitstorm tonight, even though they are up against the undefeated Orclund Raiderz. The final sort of important player, in my opinion, on this undead team are going to be the zombies. Now, you might think to yourself, they're zombies. They don't do anything. They're kind of meh. They're kind of average. They're cheap players. But that's the point. They are cheap players, and this is a regen team. So those zombies can be used to make marks. Those zombies can be used to tie up important players that Malik wants to tie up. And he doesn't really have to fear. If he loses a zombie, so what? It's 40k. But he's got the regen rolls still. he probably won't lose too many zombies. So I think if Malik wants to come out on top, he's going to have to play to the strengths of each of these positionals, or each of these players. Use your zombies to tie up players that you need to tie up. Use those mummies to take hits or to protect your ball carrier, or even just protect the side of the pitch that you need protecting. Use those ghouls to escape your opponent's defense, or to escape your opponent's blitzers or targeting. Conversely, Wenger here with this Orcish team is going to play a pretty standard bashy game, I think. He's been doing it all competition, and when we say a pretty standard bashy game, we mean he's been playing this team very well. He's very confident with it. He knows how it works, and I don't suspect that he's going to do. He's going to flub up tonight. He's going to cage up on offense, march that team down the pitch. He's going to threaten offensive options as much as possible, which is going to break up the undead defense. If the undead defense gets broken up, they're easier to break through, right? It's easier to break a hole open against one player than it is against, 2 deep or 4 players. And on defense, he doesn't really need to screen out this undead team. He does need to be careful of the ghouls. Now, this Orcish team, they're not particularly fast. They're not as slow as dwarves, however. But he does need to be careful of those ghouls. Otherwise, I think he can just mount a solid defense right in front of wherever the cage is going to be. If Malik dedicates himself to either side of the pitch, he's going to be in trouble, especially if he has those mummies on the cage. The mummies only have an MA of 3. They don't move. They're very, very strong, but if they're going to be on the cage, you need to give yourself as much movement options as possible, and that means Malik's going to want to stay at center pitch. Malik is giving away, I believe Malik's giving away, or I'm sorry, Wenger is giving away maybe 150k in petty cash. I don't know. Again, we're not going to look it up so we don't spoil the match for ourselves. How Malik's going to use that, I'm not sure. If he can afford a wizard, he'll probably take a wizard. I think both teams have comparable TRRs. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I think I'm excited to see what happens. Again, Shambling Shitstorm is eliminated, and the Orclund Raiders are going to make the cut and advance to the top 4. In fact, they've already secured the first seed for themselves. But Shambling Shitstorm can put on some hurt here. The Orclund Raiders have, 2 more games to play after this week. And then if they win, they've got the Blood Bowl as well. So we'll see what Shambling Shitstorm can pull off today. And I'm excited to see this Bash versus Bash match. We'll take a look at the standings really quick before we get underway here. Again, we mentioned the Raiders have secured their first seed. They have 14 points. The Raiderz and Purplish Passion are both tied for second right now. They are the next game this week. They'll be playing on Sunday, and we'll take a look at the schedule at the end of the game. And then finally in fourth place is Walmart Death Machine, but not far behind are the Baltimore Vloopdoops with 8 points. Walmart Death Machine and the Vloops will be the final game of the round robin here in the Dungeon Bowl to play, and the winner of that game will secure the 4th and final seed for the Dungeon Bowl semifinals. And remember, all of these teams are not only playing to become Dungeon Bowl champion and advance to the Blood Bowl, but they are playing to win a Blood Bowl 3 key when the game releases this August. All right, I think we're going to get underway here in just a second. And we're underway here. Final game for Shambling Shitstorm. If Malik returns in Season 2, which of course I certainly hope he does, he can take the Shambling Shitstorm, but every team at the start of the season will start off with TV 1000. So this will be the last we see of the Shambling Shitstorm in this setup with these players and these skills. And there you can see those giant mummies. Massive, massive strength. And here's the coin toss. And we are going to get underway. It looks like the Raiders will be kicking off in this first half. Clear skies. Malik did indeed take a wizard. 4 TRRs a pop. So that wizard, very, very strong inducement to take. The wizard is hiding in the stands, and at one point during the game, Malik can instruct him to cast either a fireball or a lightning bolt. A fireball is a knockdown in a 3x3 square area of effect. Every player in that square gets knocked down on a 4+, as opposed to the lightning bolt that affects one square and knocks down the player in that square on a 2+. Very powerful inducement. Orclund Raiders will be on defense here. They're going with a 3-man line. You can see those 2 black orcs. We haven't really mentioned the Orclund Raiders lineup as well. This orcish team, they have a troll. The troll has guard, and he has mighty blow. Big guy's devastating. But really, look at the black orcs. 4 strength, and he's got 4 of them. These are the guys to watch out for. Malik and the Shambling Shitstorm, just to block down one of these orcs with 2 dice, it's going to take 3 players. They are nasty, nasty creatures. And then, of course, you have the Goblin. The strength of 2, he'll be an easy mark. He is stunty, titchy, and he has dodge. So he'll be able to break through a line very, very easily and threaten the passing game. He can also be used to tie up players or to assist on blocks as well. Malik looks like he's going to go with a 5-man line to try to block down this line. He can do it. He's got the mummies that can go toe-to-toe with the troll. If he can take out those black orcs, which I don't... Actually, I don't know if he can take down all 3. Here's the kickoff. Brilliant coaching. The Raiders are going to get an extra team re-roll. Wow! And it was a poor kick by Shambling Shitstorm. Unfortunately, shallow kick and kicked right to the number 5. I'm sorry, poor kick by the Orclund Raiders. Kicked right to the number 5 white, who is injured. What is he injured with? But what this means is Shambling Shitstorm does not have to roll the pickup. So that's fantastic. And the ball's all the way downfield here. Who won the player advantage, or who won the fame? SP Beaver says, not who he expected to receive the ball. Indeed, but he doesn't have to make the roll this turn. Takes the block on the black orc with the mummy. He's going to spend the second mummy on the right hand defensive tackle black orc. 2 solid knockdowns. Well done. Oh no, he took it on the troll. All right, fair enough. And then he's going to get 1 more block on the black orc. Spends the TRR. He had to. He doesn't have skills. And he has blocked down the orcish line. Well done by Malik. He's going to cage up right at center pitch. We talked about that in the pregame. Well done. Oh, nobody has the fame advantage. Wow. So fame of 0 each. Sends the ghoul down the right sideline to blitz down the number 8 blitzer. I don't even know what this skill is. Oh, he's got grab. Bad blitz, unfortunately, is going to result in a turnover. Now turn 1 for the Orclund Raiders. They're going to get right back up here. And they are going to set up a screen in front of this cage. Oh, that troll failed a really stupid roll. That's the big guy problems that we mentioned before. Really stupid. In order to take his action, he has to roll a die first. If he is next to a teammate, it's a 2+. Otherwise, he has to roll a 4+, or else he can't take an action. SP Beaver asks, what was the injury? I have absolutely no idea. 2-die block on the right-hand side of the line. Oh, niggling injury. So he's got a +1 to a future injury roll, or to any future injury roll. No sidestep for you. Good block by Wenger and the Orclund Raiders. Turn 2, back to the Shambling Shitstorm. He's going to move the ghoul back off the line. And he's going to blitz with the second ghoul against the number 16 Goblin. Good hit, and that's a KO. The Goblins only have a AV of 7. Now Shambling Shitstorm has a one-man player advantage. Yeah, and this is exactly what we talked about in the pregame. He's deciding to use these mummies on the front of his cage, and he is just going to barrel down this field if he can. How Wenger wants to react to this, we'll see. He's got to be careful. He could elect to collapse on the cage, but he's got to be careful of these ghouls. He doesn't want to let these ghouls get by him. He definitely doesn't want to be eating these mummy hits either. Solid turn by Malik. Base to base at the front of the cage. 2-die block against the mummy is going to be a good hit. I'm sorry, against the zombie is going to be a good hit. And now that's a black orc on the ball carrier. Resets his screen on the right-hand side of the pitch. Takes a 1-die block with the number 2 black orc against the mummy. Gets a push out of it. That's 2 tackle zones that are on the ball carrier. Of course, the mummy is there to assist. But here comes the 1-die blitz against the second mummy on the right-hand side of the cage. And that, too, is a push. Now that mummy is off the cage. And Wenger decides to play one blitzer in the backfield. So he's cognizant of these ghouls, and he doesn't want to overcommit on defense. 2-die block coming back on the left-hand side of the cage by the mummy on the black orc. Yeah, and he'll follow up. 2-die blitz on the number 8 black orc. I'm sorry, on the number 3 black orc. Right, dead center pitch. Well done. Good use of the zombie. The right side mummy's going to get right back on that cage. And that ball carrier is once again protected. Marking the number 1 black orc. Is he going to try to take a blitz? Can he? Oh, he was going to try to dodge to do it. 50-50 dodge. No, he's not going to spend the TRR. You know what? I think that's all right. He wasn't blitzing with that ghoul. I think he was just trying to get him down pitch. And I think that's a good move to just leave him prone and not spend the TRR. 2-die block by the troll. It's going to result in a chain push. As the viewer said, if only Orclund had the fireball. 2-die block on the number 2 mummy. Also going to be a good hit. 2 tackle zones back on the ball carrier. Oh, wow. And that's a stunned mummy. Dodge push on the right-hand side of the line. And now that deep blitzer is advancing forward on that ghoul. Doesn't want that ghoul to stand up and get downfield. And here comes the 2-die blitz on the back left corner of the cage. It's a skilled block, and that's going to be good. And a KO. Well done. 10v10 at this point. Sends the number 5 thrower deep. Takes a 1-die block on the right-hand side of the line against the number 16 ghoul. Back to Shambling Shitstorm. Turn 4. 2-die block on the back left corner of the cage is going to result in a push. He will follow up. That zombie's going to eat 2 dice coming back. Handoff to the back right corner of the cage. Fails. He's going to spend the TRR. And that is going to be the turn for Shambling Shitstorm. Now the ball is loose. What will the Raiders do? Final turn of the first quarter. 2-die block against number 5 White's going to result in a push. He is going to eat another block here. 2-die block again. This time it's a good block, resulting in a chain push onto the ball. Where will the ball scatter? Even further downfield for the Orclund Raiders. Well done. Excellent choice of push. And you can see the Raiders are trying to split this team apart at this point. One die blitz is going to result in a skull. Oh, double skulls on the reroll. Lost the TRR, and that'll end the turn. Back to Shambling Shitstorm. They've got a chance to recover this ball now. Second quarter begins. Shambling Shitstorm down to 2 TRRs. And they GFI to get a ghoul on the back left corner of what he will want to be the cage. Lots and lots of dodges. And a GFI. Well done. Takes a 1-die block against the number 4 Black Orc. He says, get out of here. Good chain push. Takes an uphill block. And that'll do it. Both down. Result gets a KO. Player advantage goes back to the Orclund Raiders. 10v9. 2-die block on the right-hand side of the pitch is going to result in a push. I'm sorry, in a knockdown. Troll stands up. He's not going to block. 2-die block by the number 3 Black Orc. Right at center pitch. Results in a mummy that is knocked down. And now the blitz on the right. Front right of the cage. Double skulls on the first roll. Spins the TRR. Good hit. Pushes the player onto the ball. Where will the ball scatter? Scatters right to the front of the would-be cage. 2 tackle zones on the ball by the Orclund Raiders. 2-die block on the right-hand side on the number 5 White results in a push, and that puts 3 tackle zones in the ball. But 2 of them, of course, are tied up. The Raiders keeping that 2-die block on that deep number 9 ghoul who is currently prone. 2-die blitz by the number 2 mummy. 2 skulls on the first roll, spends the TRR, gets a knockdown. And a KO. It's now down to 9v9. Well done by Shambling Shitstorm. Blitz is off the table. 2-die block, and that's going to do it. He spent the TRR. Double skulls ends the turn. This is a boxing match. Turn 6 for the Orclund Raiders here. 2 turns left for Shambling Shitstorm to try to score on their half. Solid hit by the troll. It's going to put the ball in the hands of number 13 zombie, and he's going to take the double knockdown here, and the ball's going to be in the hands of his blitzer. You know what? Well done. He said, you know what? I'm not going to spend the TRR. I've got 3 guys here. Somebody can get this ball, and they did indeed. Shambling Shitstorm with 2 turns left. They might be thinking about just trying to prevent the Orclund Raiders from scoring. They're going to take a 3-die block on the right-hand side of this center pitch, we'll say. It's not a cage at this point. Dodge to an uphill blitz. Wow, he's going to take the push. Risky, risky blitz. Stays alive. Both down result on the second uphill blitz is going to result in an injury, unfortunately. SP Weaver said he had a TRR for each turn left. Why not use it? I don't know. Honestly, yeah, that's a great point. If he had him left, if he's just going to leave him on the table, well, why not? SP Weaver says the former human is injured again. Shambling Shitstorm being an undead team, if they can knock out a player of strength 3 or less, that player, or if they can kill him, that player will regenerate as a zombie for his team. He has a human player, he has a Chaos Dwarf player, and he has a Dwarven player. Hank Ranger says that I was having connection issues, so there's some odd decisions. Ah, I see. That's unfortunate. Final turn of the half. Turn 8 for Shambling Shitstorm. They're just trying to prevent this score. They're going to mark the number 11 blitzer down pitch. And they're going to take a 2-die blitz on the troll. Don't really get anything out of it. Second blitz on the ball carrier. Spends the TRR. He wanted the knockdown. And he gets an injury out of it. Well done! And the ball was picked up by the ghoul. The ghoul's gonna dodge out, and he's gonna run. Oh, and he's gonna go for the pass. Oh my God! Is he gonna score? Oh no! Wow! Did he have the movement to do it? I think he did. What a play by Malik to try to come out ahead here. Final turn for the Raiders. They dodge a player into the end zone. They're gonna try to pass this ball along. Here comes a handoff, indeed. And it's a failed handoff. Good effort by both coaches there in that final turn. Wow. SB Beaver says if he was the Bloops, that would have worked. The Bloops had a full end-to-end score in their game against the Whiny Beavers, which worked out to roughly a 1% chance. Wow, all 3 zombies come back on the pitch. Shambling Shitstorm did bring 2 Bloodwiser Babes, so that gives him a +2 on the KO revival rolls. So good on him, and it worked out. Still has a wizard on the table. 0-0 at the half now. The Orclund Raiders are going to get a chance to try to hold on to this ball for 8 turns and score to win this game 1-0. I think we're back to 11v11, yeah? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, indeed. Indeed? 6, 7, 8, 9? Oh my goodness, what? Oh, no KO revivals for the Orclund Raiders. So it looks like it's 11v9 at this point. Orclund Raiders, 2 men down. Ooh. How is Wenger going to react to having 2 players off the pitch? Raiders are going to go strong on the right side here. Avoiding those mummies. High kick. The Raiders are going to get to move 1 space. Well done. Well, they got a player close enough to the ball. It's fine. He didn't catch it, but that's okay. First hit by those massive black orcs. Good hit on the line. He sends one of the blitzers. Yes, one of the blitzers down pitch. So this not only sets up the passing game and the threat of a throw. This also sets up movement. So you could you can move a player, say move a player to a handoff. Move to a handoff, to a move, to a throw, to a TD, right? And as SB Beaver said, we saw the Vloops do that in their game last week. Two-die block by the Trolls. Going to be a good hit on the number 12 zombie. Now the ball pick up. Clean pick up. 67% pickup. And the Orclund Raiders are going to set up a cage here. Well done. Good turn for the Raiders. Shambling Shitstorm. Now they have options here. They've got to be careful. The Raiders have the speed advantage on the Shambling Shitstorm. You can see here they've got players. The thrower has an MA of 5. These blitzers have an MA of 6. The lineman has an MA of 5. The Black Orcs have an MA of 4. He can't give up the whole pitch. He does need to be careful of the running game. He does need to be careful of this player here. He needs to be careful of this player here. He might want to screen out the whole pitch. He might be able to get away with maybe giving up the left sideline here. We'll see. We'll see what he wants to do. But he can't just collapse down on this cage. He'll be in real trouble if he decides to. Two-die blitz on that deep blitzer is going to result in a both standing die roll. GFI on the mummy. He's trying to get him right in front of this cage. Now this could put the mummies out of the drive. Remember, these mummies only have an MA of 3. If Wenger can get this cage around the mummies might not have a chance to really be effective at all on this drive. Wenger looks like he is going to collapse down on the cage. Oh, he's not getting too aggressive, and I think that's good play. One die block on the right-hand side of the pitch against the number 4 Black Orc is going to result in a push. He will follow up. That white's going to eat 2 dice back. Oh, wow. You can see those ghouls with dodge. And now he is now on the back corner of the cage. Wow. 2 die block by the Black Orc. Had to spend the TRR. Oh, the troll moving down pitch. 2 die blitz on that ghoul that had the audacity to get in on that cage. It's going to result in a push. No ball carrier is going to move right down center pitch. You can see this cage setup here. This is excellent play. Not only was he able to set up that cage, but he's still got this 2 die block on this ghoul to take. This is fantastic. But it looks like he failed the dodge, so that'll be the end of the turn. But he's in good shape here. Shambling Shitstorm spends the fireball. 1, 2, 3. 3 players down. 1 stunned, 1 KO'd. 4 players down. Wow! That may have been the most effective fireball we've seen all competition. So the ball carrier got stunned. The player on the front right corner of the cage was KO'd, and then the 2 players on the back of the cage are now knocked down. I think the Ranger says that was a good fireball. That was excellent pickup. Tried the GFI, failed the GFI. He's going to spend the TRR. And now, just like that, Shambling Shitstorm is going to be able to cage up on this ball. Excellent fireball by Malik and Shambling Shitstorm. And now they are in great shape. You can see, so Wenger's not out of it here, but a lot of players are out of position. He can reposition, but one of them's marked. 2 of them are marked. He's going to have a tough time trying to get back in front of this cage. I think, well, I don't know what he wants to do. I guess we'll find out on his coming turn here. 2 die block on that deep blitzer is going to be a good knockdown. He'll follow up for sure. That'll free up the number 7 ghoul. SPV says, you know they want to join the zombie ranks. I think the Ranger says, yes, at least none of my players died. Is that was just a knockdown, right? Oh no, that was a stun. Stun on the GFI. And now Wenger here is going to try to break open this cage. 2 die block on the back right corner. Back left corner, I guess, depending on where you're looking. Yeah, so he's trying to reset in front of this cage as best as he can. Good dodge. Takes the 2 die block with the Black Orc against the number 4 white. That Black Orc is going to stay put. Gets a KO out of it. Well done. Evening the numbers. Trying, at least. Hank the Ranger says, let me point out, none of the players died from the fireball. Indeed they did not. That is true. 2 die block by the troll on the number 12 mummy. It's going to be a good block, and he will certainly follow up. Indeed he does. Trying to apply pressure to this cage. Malik is going to blitz down the number 8 blitzer. It's a good hit. And he will be free. And he gets a KO. Well done. That's mighty blow at work. And now he is free and clear to start marching down this cage. This pitch. The only thing working against them are how slow these mummies are. And they're oddly enough, they're kind of out of position. So Wenger is going to want to put players in front of the cage. But can he even do it? He can get the number 12 lineman in front of the cage. He might want to get aggressive on the cage instead. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his best action is here. Looks like he's going to try... Yep, so you got number 12 in front of the cage. On a GFI. Well done. Tying up players as best as he can. It's failed the GFI. Lots of GFIs. Didn't work out this time. Shambling Shitstorm. Final turn of the 3rd quarter. Oh, wow. Tried to GFI with the white. He's going to spin the TRR. He's going to try a handoff to score right here. And he's done it. 1-0 Shambling Shitstorm. And now the Orclund Raiders have 1 quarter to tie this game up. The Orclund Raiders are now on the back foot. They are currently undefeated. Can Malik and the Shambling Shitstorm end that streak here tonight? 4 knocked out. Oh, no. All of the Orcs came back. Wow. Oh, and Bloodweiser Babes didn't work out on this turn, unfortunately, for Shambling Shitstorm. So now we've got the Raiders. I think they're back up to 11, 5, 11, and then this should be V11, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's V10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 11 V10 in the Raiders' favor right now. SB Beaver says Orclund needs 2 points or I get last place. Hey man, you place where you place. I have no sympathy for a 2000 TV team. I've been at the receiving end of your team long enough. Good. I'm glad you'll be last. So, Shambling Shitstorm decided to go with a 5-man line. The Orclund Raiders trying to get aggressive and get back in this game. Looks like they're going to go with a 3-man line with 2 ends. Setting up 2 players wide. They want as many movement options as possible. They want to threaten as many options as possible. And now the Shambling Shitstorm is going to win this kickoff event. It's a high kick. They now get to move a player under the ball, but it doesn't matter. It is a touchback. The Orclund Raiders avoid a pickup roll. 4th quarter. 1-die block on the line works out. It's a skilled block. If you're going to take a 1-die block and you have block and your opponent doesn't, it's often not a bad roll to make. SB Beaver says Death Roller is fun, but time for him to get shot. I mean, cut. 2-die block on the left-hand side of the line is going to be a good clean hit by the Black Orc. Strength of 4. Blitz coming up on the right-hand side of the line, perhaps. Indeed. 2-die blitz against the number 11 zombie. It's going to result in a push. You will push him towards center pitch. Looks like he's going to try to cage up on the right-hand side of the pitch. Wenger and the Orclund Raiders pulling players right. Will he leave the number 12 lineman out here just to prevent these two players from collapsing on the cage? He's gonna tie up the ghoul. Well done. Oh, unfortunately, the troll fails the really stupid roll. You can see Venger there saving that troll for last, and the reason he's doing that is he doesn't want... Does the troll have loner? He does have loner. So the reason he's doing that is if the troll rolls his dice, even if it's a 2-die block, if he needs to spend the TRR, loner means that he has to first roll a d6 on a 4+, he gets to take the TRR like normal. Otherwise, he still eats the TRR, he doesn't get to reroll, he has to take the original results, and that could end your turn very early. So, good tactics to save that roll till last. Didn't work out this time, but he's okay. Mummy gonna take some hits, coming back at the Raiders. 2-die block on the number 3 Black Orc. It's gonna be a good hit. Now that Mummy freed up to blitz the number 11 Blitzer. He's gonna spend the TRR. He doesn't have the block skill to make it safe. He will follow up and put a tackle zone on the ball carrier. Number 5 White puts a tackle zone on the front left corner of the cage. That number 2 Black Orc. Remember, he has a 4, so you can eat it. The Black Orc's going to take a 2-die block back on that White. Troll block coming up. 2-die block is a clean hit on the number 13 zombie. The troll will follow up and get in front of this cage. There's that 2-die block against that White. Now, Malik ate a 2-die block here. He put a strength 3 player in base contact with a strength 4 player. And the reason to do that, he must have felt that he didn't want this Black Orc to move. So, you know, you give up the block in order to keep the Black Orc stationary, right? Because you can only every player can only take 1 action a turn. So if the Black Orc takes a block instead, that means he's not moving with the ball carrier or moving into a more advantageous position. Ball carrier tries to dodge, fails the dodge. He's going to spend the TRR. And he's going to cage up right at center pitch. 3 turns left to try to tie this game. He is running out of time. 3 turns. He can definitely make it in 3 turns. But Malik's job here is to stop him. Taking some blocks on the right-hand side of the pitch. Only getting pushes out of it. Dodge to a 1-die blitz. Doesn't work out, unfortunately. Turn 14, back to the Shambling Shitstorm. Two-die block with the Mummy is going to be a good hit against the number 1 Black Orc. He's using those mummies to great effect to take out those Black Orcs. Remember, the Black Orcs have a strength of 4. Any other player that wants to block down a Black Orc with 2 dice has to do it with 3 players. 1 player with a strength of 3, 2 other players for 2 assists to bring them up to 5. But more importantly, when you bring 3 players in on a block, it is really, really hard to get those 3 players in a position where none of them are in opposing tackle zones so that they can give the assist. So he's using the mummies instead, and I think that's really good. Here comes a blitz with a ghoul. 1-die blitz on the ball carrier. Works out. Clean hit. Where does the ball scatter? 2-die block with the mummy. He probably will not follow up on this hit. Indeed, he will not. Well done. And Malik moves a ghoul. He moves 1 ghoul back in front of this would-be cage. I think this is good. Instead of moving the ghoul forward to then go on the offense, he's going to keep some players into position to try to reset in the defense. And I think that's really smart. Turn 15 for the Raiders. 2 turns left. They've got to get some movement on the ball. Good block by the Troll. Get a stun out of it. That's an excellent stun. 2-die block on the number 7 Ghoul. 1 tackle zone left on the ball. It's going to get a good block here on the Ghoul, but it was a sidestep, so Malik got to choose where the push would be. Sidestep also means not only does the player who's getting knocked down get to decide where he's getting pushed, but he doesn't have to get pushed backwards. He can get pushed to the side, or he can get pushed forward. Blitz on the right hand, on the number 16 Ghoul on the right hand side of the pitch is going to result in a push. He's trying to open a hole. There's the ball pickup. Going for the pass. Can't pick up the ball. He's going to have to spend the TRR. Oh, that is unfortunate for Wenger here. Tried the short pass, had to spend the TRR on the catch, failed the catch, and now the ball is on the sideline of all places. The Shitstorm needs to get in front of this ball, or they need to block down a player. Let's see. Can anybody get down pitch at this point? I don't think so. I think that is it. I think that is it for the Orclund Raiders. I don't think they score. I believe Shambling Shitstorm has done it. Shambling Shitstorm in 8th place. Not in 8th anymore. And they will be the team to defeat the Orclund Raiders. Hank the Ranger says, on my last turn, I set up to toss the Goblin. with the Troll? Dodged by the zombie. Fail, spends the TRR. That'll be it. Final turn for the Orclund Raiders. They indeed gonna throw the Goblin to try to score. They'll have to succeed on the throw. The Goblin will have to land on his feet. Two-die block to free up this Goblin here. Well done. Two-die block on the right-hand side of the pitch. Oh, no. Oh, no. He didn't have the TRRs left. Got a skull roll, and that will do it. I don't think Shambling Shitstorm gets another TD out of this, do they? Let's see. Doesn't have anybody in a position to move, so no, that's going to do it. Shambling Shitstorm going to try to take some hits here, and that'll be it. Two-die block on the number 11 Blitzer. He's taking all of these hits. This is his final showing. He's going to take it. Why not foul while you're at it? Good GFI. Two-die block on the Black Orc's going to result in a push. Is he going to stand up? He's going to try to... Nope. He's going to leave it at that. 1-0 is the final. Shambling Shitstorm defeats the undefeated Orclund Raiders. Hank the Ranger says, on a positive note, no one died. Malik earned that win. Indeed, he did, and it is very positive that no one died. He didn't put Orclund Raiders in any significant danger moving forward in this competition. Holy moly! Shambling Shitstorm did what nobody else this competition could do and gave the Orclund Raiders their first loss. This isn't going to affect the Orclund Raiders seeding. They've secured the first seed, but they do have a loss under their belt now. It can be done. They can be defeated. Shambling Shitstorm in control of the ball. Well done. Shambling Shitstorm's going to walk away with 11 SPP to end their season. 7 for the Raiders. They're going to continue on to the semifinals. J.R. Wilkes says, GG, seems like everyone won a game. I mean, almost everyone. There was one team that didn't. Let's take a look at the die rolls really quick. The Raiders, with their D6 rolls, looking bang on even. Shambling Shitstorm also looking even. Block dice for the Orclund Raiders, just about even. Shambling Shitstorm, slightly negative. But all in all, I mean, I'm in awe. Like, what a game. You know, we said it before, you know, these new coaches have just been acclimating not only to their teams, but to the game itself incredibly quickly. And man, this shows it right here. Shambling Shitstorm, the only team to defeat Orclund Raiders in the round robin. Congratulations to Malik. Super fun game. It has been a pleasure playing against this coach and this team in this competition and all season long. I hope to see Malik back in Season 2. I am terrified to see him back in Season 2 after this showing. But GG's to both coaches. Well done. So the Orclund Raiders are going to go down tonight. However, they will still take the first place seed going into the semifinals. We'll take a look at the schedule really quick here. Next game coming up, Game 3, is going to be Los Bastardos de Raiderz at Purplish Passion. That's going to be Sunday, April 11th at 9:10 p.m. I think it might be 9:15. I don't really remember. It's 9:10-ish, we'll say. That's going to be a live match. That's Eastern Daylight Time. Walmart Death Machine at Baltimore Loop Doops. That'll be the final 9:17. Hank the Ranger says. Walmart Death Machines at Baltimore Loop Doops. That'll be the final game of the week. That'll take place at some point after the Raiderz versus Purplish Passion, and that will be the only game to determine the final slot, the 4th place seed in the semifinals. Whichever team wins that game will advance on to the Dungeonbowl semifinals. The Raiderz and the Purplish Passion are both tied for 2nd right now, so the winner of that game, provided there's not a tie, that will determine the 2nd and 3rd place seeds. So 2 very important games coming up. Congratulations to, Agile Solutions defeated the Whiny Beavers, Chaos Cup champions. Shambling Shitstorm, the only team to defeat the Orclund Raiders in this competition. Well done to both coaches. Fantastic games. Who knows what's going to happen on Sunday? But I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. When the final game is scheduled, we'll put it up on Facebook, on Twitter, and of course on Twitch. I hope you had fun tonight, guys. I did. Play Blood Bowl. It's a fantastic game, and we'll see you Sunday night. Take care, guys.